Hello. Chair. Oh, Willow, that was a close one. Welcome in, Mac, Willow, Wibby. What are we doing today? We need more characters for the hub. It is coming along. We're kind of piecing it together a little bit at a time. One thing I think that would be really cool, just thinking about, is these lamps have a light source. We could maybe make it flicker a little bit. I don't know. Giant Michaels in the lake. I love it. I'm gonna try this. Flicker. And that's gonna be on the light range. So we just put this on like a 5-second. And just sprinkle in some keys here. And just make it just some different values. What would that look like? Well, I guess let's find out. Welcome in, Imp. Dabble Nautica. Oh no. Oh, I didn't make it loop. My gut feeling is that this is not going to do what I want it to. Bananas. Yeah, you can't really tell. Like, it just looks like some random light source from somewhere. Like, everything is just sort of pulsing. But because it's in sync, that's a problem. But two, doesn't really like bloom. Hello, Al. What do we need to make it really pop, pop, pop? It's gotta be the material, right? Not that one. This one. Rim light. That does give it a bit of a glow, suddenly. Yeah, like what if we instead keyed on rim? What if we randomly seek? Every once in a while? Alright, so let's get rid of this. Let's do from here to here. And then somewhere in the middle, we just make it like really low. Actually, no. Oh, wait. Yeah. That does do something. That does do something. Yeah, it gives it a little bit of a glow. That's something. It already has emission. Oh yeah, and we can also mess with the energy multiplier. Wait, can we not key that? I guess. Wait, why can't we key that? There we go. Material, energy multiplier. I bring this up to like 3. Yeah, look at that. Okay. That is something. The blank secret. And then I guess also we go ahead and add the range like we had it. But we dim this to like 6. I think what I want is every once in a while we just seek, like it's still playing and we just jump to a random point every so often so that it just kind of like sometimes just flickers, I guess. Day, welcome on in. So how do we do that then? We say attach a script. Hey. Lamp flicker. And we say on process. This is gonna be weird. Seek. And that gives us the seconds. Target time equals target time equals
egg 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 egg.
Perfect. Don't make this funk process. Make this funk jump animation. And also on ready, call jump animation. And what we'll do is delay time is a random number 0 to 1. This is either gonna look really good or really awful. And we're just gonna have to see what happens. All right, let's see what happens to our oh man, lizards. I miss the lizards. Let's get a really good look at this lamp. You cannot tell at all. There is flickering, but it's a bit silly. I think it's too much, if anything. Let's take this and bump it to 10. Okay, we still get like some flickering of the lamp. But you can't really see it here very well. Making it more subtle is good, I think. But like this glow effect that we've got going on here. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the stairs, it's noticeable because that's at the edge of where the light ends and begins. There's that guy. Can I make it pulse slower? Yeah. Let's say instead of so right now it's just picking a random time between 0 and 1 seconds to switch to a random light level. So let's say instead we do it every 0.5 to 1.5 seconds. That would be tricky. That might require actually thinking about the animation a little bit. See, here we still get like this little bit of glow. Yeah, it doesn't really look like a flicker, does it? It's just sometimes it randomly zips in and out. Okay, I think instead of this, oh my gosh, it's Don, the developer. Don, welcome in. Thank you for that raid. My people are missing. What are you talking about? Don, thank you for that raid. How was your stream? What are you working on? Okay, I kind of like this better. So this is just doing a constant pulse, but I randomize the starting point for each lamp. Oh, 3GS, that's fun. I have done a little bit with 3GS. What did I work on? Here we go. This was years ago. Does this even... Yeah, look at this. There we go. This doesn't even do anything. There's no game here. This is just some randomly generated terrain. Actually, is it even random? Is this even randomized? It is randomized. There we go. This Ball Catcher Pro, like you recognize it, Al. I love hex grids. Gotcha. I don't even remember what this is. Ancient. Let me actually take a look here. When did I set this up and how does it work? That is the question here. This is terrain test. Ah, what a cool game. 5 years ago. Only 5 years ago. Wow. There's an input handler class. Set up camera input. This looks like... Am I going to regret showing this on screen? That is the question. Well, here's what we do. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. But happy to have your follow. All right, here we go. Here is the old... Yeah, that's... You know what, Al? That is exactly what I had in mind. I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to do anything with this, but I'd like to learn the engine. Camera input stop. How do I get camera inputs? Ah, here we go. How did I do this? This doesn't look like my normal method of code, but I could have been on an old object kick from ages ago, because you know what, admittedly, I don't set up JavaScript event handling that often, So it's a good chance I did write this, and then just since I never touched it after that, I never bothered. Okay, so that's the entirety of it. That's the entire invalid JSON, invalid JSON. Is there a, let me see if there's a way I can do a full screen on, oh yeah, F11, okay. So it is just, we've got an object apparently called camera. I don't know where that gets set up. I store a list of inputs of whether you're pressing left, right, up, down, zoom in button, zoom out button. And then I listen for the key code to set those flags to true or false, and also for wheel delta for zoom in, zoom out. And then once per frame, we just iterate through each of those. If you are holding left, then, oh, look at this. We actually use an acceleration. So it gets a smooth movement. And then we do dampening. Did I do this? Did I really do this from scratch? That's got to be copied from somewhere. I mean, this is, well, it's 5 years old. This I think looks like that's got to be some kind of built-in. Just learning the basics now. Mainly do web dev. That's what I do a lot of at work, is web dev for some old corporate applications. So I got really into JavaScript and TypeScript for a while. That was like my main jam. I built a lot of games in just raw, vanilla, no library JavaScript. Just drawing straight to a canvas. So I dipped into, hey, I should probably learn a library at some point. I was like, Three.js, perfect. And then I never really went anywhere with it. This is as far as I got. It's like, look at this. These aren't modeled in anything. These are just actual polygons that are just drawn vertex by vertex. It's very silly. Hang on, let me see. Tree generator class. No, not you. You. Tree generator class. Literally just randomly appending vertices. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. Oh, look at this. Scaling the base, the top, the trunk, the leaf bottom, leaf mid, leaf top. It's all random variables to get the randomized stuff. It's super dumb. But you know what? It looks all right. But yeah, Al, you called it. The idea was like, okay, some areas are going to be more populated than others. Oh, the cool thing about this was that it was based on, I didn't call it Tree.js. Oh, missed opportunity. It was based on some noise generation code that actually builds out, I think, repeating simplex noise, maybe something like that. So this just takes a size and number of iterations, like kind of the smoothness of it, and using that, it actually builds out. Let's see here, noise. What are we calling noise? I don't even know. Terrain generation. Yeah, we do one generation pass for the noise and then one for the trees, and then we stack them. So it's two different randomized arrays. Where's zoom out? Where's my zoom out? You know, it looked a lot like I had a zoom out function built in. But the point is that the terrain generation maps to the height, and then the tree noise maps to the density of the forest, up to 6 trees per cell, down to 1 for very sparse. Well, I guess 0. And so it just maps these on top of each other. The only rule it's got is no trees allowed if the terrain drops below the 0.5 mark or whatever. And so you could use this pretty easily to do some stuff like you could lower or raise the water level. You could, instead of saying water is where it drops below the halfway point, you could say water is where the noise level is between 0.4 and 0.5, and then you get kind of like a river set up. Like you could do an absolute value on that. Ballcatcher Pro Saga. What a fun thing. Oh, these guys look too friendly, fresh-faced, cheery, and synchronized. All right, we need more characters. That was the point. The lamp is fine, I guess. I don't get why it's not doing the glow that I wanted, but I'm fine with it. Their cart is broken. They should be a little bit miffed. Okay, so tonight's big task. Oh, they've got plenty of things to be happy about. Al is responsible for naming these characters. This is Clyde and Dale. And so their entire existence is predicated on the pun. Sometimes I feel like he puts the cart before me. Da da da. Waka waka. That's it. That's the entire reason that we have horse characters there. And then this guy over here is just like jumping. He's stuck on a wall, so he's trying to get over it, but he can't get over it. It's an invisible wall. All right, let's draw a character. Let's draw a couple characters, maybe even. I think we want a shopkeeper. I'm okay with there not being solidity on these little poles, because they're like, it'd be really finicky if you kept getting stuck on them. So I kind of don't want collision on these, I think. Someone's got to man the shop. So we need to get a character in here. Yeah, 3JS. Man. How about a mole? I haven't designed our mole species yet. So it could be a mole. We'll consider a mole. The moles are going to be very prevalent in Chapter 3 of the game, in the desert. You're going to get a mole partner named Melissa. I wish I could turn off... Oh, is there a way to do this? I wish I could turn off these notifications I keep getting about sponsorship. I don't want them. No, not Melissa. Molissa. It's very different. Are they a shady shopkeeper? No, but we will have a shady shopkeeper. Yes, Melissa the mole. There you go, Willow. There will be a shady shopkeeper. All right, get out the tablet. Let's do some drawing. Raccoon could be good. We did have raccoons planned, but that's not going to be the shady shopkeeper. Actually, raccoon would likely just be a reskin of the fox, right? That would be pretty easy, just to kind of do a color over on the fox character. I would be super down for that. All right, let me get a... I think I want to give the horses a different face, like maybe a sadder face for Dale, and Clyde can have kind of a, you know, just a grumpy face. It can be just a grumpy gills. All right, here's our super fun idea for the shady. So there's gonna be a main shop here, but then after, maybe before the end of chapter 1, maybe just right away, you will have access to a little back alley shopkeeper that will trade in your bobs that you get. So you spend bits at most shops. Bobs are going to be a rare, limited collectible, semi-rare, that will be tradable for extra special rare modules. And there will be a limited number of bobs in the game. Oh, man. And so we're going to have a special merchant dealing in bobs. And special merchant. Let's do a little test art here. Our special merchant. He needs a hood. Is he named Bob? No, absolutely not. No, you just bits and bobs. No uncles involved. Hood. How do you do a hood? Like a cowl. Robert Bobman. I love it. Let's see, like a big shady cloak. Or maybe it should actually just kind of like do one of these numbers here. You know, like that. Very tall character. Very tall, mysterious type. So let's see here. It's just the concept art for now. He is not an alligator. No, he's a mysterious. You never see their face. You see, that's the extra little special tidbit, is that you never see their face. He's a human. He's a straight up human. It's definitely not 3 pigs stacked on top of each other. Exactly. He's a very human person. German boyfriend. I don't think so. There we go. This is probably peak character design. Best thing I've ever made. Such a good character design. We just don't know. That's the thing. We can't know. Okay. I think green. I think we'll give like a little rope belt. That line for the robe probably needs to be moved a little further right. And then we'll do a little bit of some texturing. Probably best character design of all time? Could it be? What would you have? What would you have here? Like that. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Character designed. Incredible. Oh, what if? Hang on, I got a great idea to tack on here. Give him a big old smile underneath that kind of so he has a little bit of so we can have a little bit of mouth animation, or maybe none at all. Maybe he can just be a nose or whatever that piece of his body is. Who knows? Yeah, you're probably right. That is a good character. How in the world to animate this? So I think what we would want is the different halves of the robe to be in pieces so they can kind of be stretched a bit. He peeks out a little bit. That would be a very peculiar animation to figure out. Maybe I could have like a little nose appear out the back or something. Yeah, I kind of want him like very like amorphous looking, you know? For reasons. I don't know why. Let's see here. Give me the recent. Give me for scale purposes. Give me big. how in the world in this software do I do this? That's one way to mirror just one layer. Make them wobbly. Do things measure in the game with semi-realistic real-world units? Like, not really. So Godot, of course, treats it as 1 unit is 1 meter, and so does Blender, but everything is, as long as everything is consistent to each other, that's reasonable. Like, honestly, the one thing that helps is if you're trying for a realistic gravity, then having the scale match is good. Because if you set gravity to 9.8 meters per second and your game scale is like, this building is 5 units tall, it's like, well, if it's a very small building, yeah, but if it's a skyscraper, then stuff is gonna fall from the top of the skyscraper to the ground, and that doesn't look right. So then you have to like do math. If you're going for a realistic gravity, yeah, try to keep a realistic scale just to make the numbers easier for you. If not, nobody cares. Whatever makes most sense. Like if you're doing a grid-based game, it would make a lot of sense for 1 unit to be 1 grid cell, even though that may represent a foot or 50 feet. It's just whatever's easiest for you in the game code. Okay. Give me more pig. Where are the rest of his little feetsies? Did I not get him? Okay, I guess I didn't get him. Yeah, exactly. That's the general thing going on there. That you have to watch out for. Why am I not using my pen? Get much more control here. That seems off. Alright, well, there you go. That's the idea there, is we'll use this. I copied, I made a new foot. Okay, for no particular reason, I am sizing this guy about 3 pigs tall. Okay, I am going to merge this together. Okay, so this is going to be a very silly one to draw because we have to do everything in a lot of pieces, I think. Well, no, we don't, because we could cut the robe like here and then basically like have it kind of flap around a little bit, and then meanwhile this section of the robe like flaps around a bit separately. Really, the weird thing is going to be like if we wanted to like move part of it in and part of it out, then we need those clear lines to cut on. So as long as we have some kind of cut at the top where we can separate the whole thing into two pieces, we're in good shape. So let's do that thing. Don't worry about these guys. These guys are unrelated to the process. They're just for sizing, really. That's all. That's all. This isn't even the character we needed tonight, but I figure he's gonna be a fun character to draw, so that's why we're doing him. Okay, so let's start with the left-hand side. This could be separate as well. So this is just gonna be to the first line was just kind of get the general shape figured out. Now we're actually going to go over and do it right. I have a very specific method for the sort of engine I built on top of the engine. Actually, that could be a separate. That little bump could be separate. Up and in. So this is the interior, which will not actually be seen. Okay, there we go. And I guess we will let this draw out a bit just for colorizing. Great. New layer, select outline, select the interior, grow the selection by like 4 pixels, and now color it in to our base color. Perfect. There we go. That's the start. All right, the second piece, which needs to be on a separate layer. So this, I want it to line up with this. This is going to line up here. Well, that is going to keep going, though. Oh, wait. We specifically wanted it to go over. Oh, maybe so this side will be underneath. Maybe this side will be underneath. How about that? Forgot that I wanted to run it that way. Okay. A little bit goofy looking. New layer. Selection size, and put it on this layer. There we go. So I'm thinking we'll bring this layer, this set of layers to be the top, which means that we need to actually erase a little bit here. So I'm thinking what we can do is like, we can take these chunks and we can kind of like do this a little bit to kind of like add some movement to the overall shape. Anywhere where it pokes out a bit, that should be allowed. Okay, I think that's fine. Yeah, actually, that's great. Lock the transparency here. Back out to this. Let's get some of this dark color here. And get our speckly brush out. And give us some texture here. Really exaggerated a bit. And this one. Lemmings. Alright, we're gonna do a little rope. Oh, I love the Amazing Flying Hammer Brothers. Single brother? Just the one brother, please. Just the one brother, actually. I think that's all right. That'll work. It's certainly good enough for what we're doing. He's in like 2 levels. But he's in like every Kaizo level. Hey, Winter Beast. Over with a kind of a deep brown here. And then come back over it with the texture brush. And give it a really nice little some line work here. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. We're getting close. We're getting close. We can merge this. I guess we can merge this and this. This will be its own little thing for some reason. We'll mess with the coloration on this in the actual thingamabobber. Where is it? Oh, I need to grab it from the right layer, don't I? Mysterious. And I guess we need to get this shaded. Very mysterious. So we'll do the same thing with this. And then we need a nice circle in the middle, which I don't think really is super necessary. Right? It's just the void. But I guess it can't hurt to have an actual texture for the void. Looks good. This, and this. Bring them on up. Get the void out of the way. Alright, now for the separate pieces here. That. We've got that. And I think that's everything. What a silly character. It's too spooky for this game. Oh dear, I somehow have left in a little bit of black circle here. What is that? Fixed. Mystery Merchant. Save file. And let's make a character. So we need entities, actors. This is going to be, let's put this under Mystery Merchant. Because that's who this is. Alright, gotta get this tablet out of the way. Spooky for me. Oh. All right, lamp is fine. So we need to go to our base actor. And new inherited scene. Mystery merchant. Pull the art over. And make a sprite. There he is. There he is. How are we going to piece this together? This is going to be a very silly thing. Let's just have a... have a base for the top and a base for the bottom, and then put our pieces within that. Base top, we're gonna start with because part of it is we're gonna be pulling more things out of each of these. Region, enable the region. So for our initial setup, it's just gonna be like this. Left robe, right robe. Right robe is there. Great. The black part here. The mystery. Ooh, spooky. What a silly character. What a whimsy. What a whimsical character. And then this part will move around a lot when he's talking. Okay. Whimsy. This needs to go before this, yeah. Very silly. He's perfect. We need the robe, which will affix to this part here, I guess. The belt. Okay. Good, 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 good. All right. Next, we want to really animate this guy bobbing around a bit. Hey, Bach. We've got a new spooky merchant that we're adding in. So let's see here. Call this piece 1. It's basically going to be like this. The idea being that we should be able to stretch this out here and there. And then this we should be able to cut. A bit of that. Eh. 470. Nope. 89 to 110. So about 21. Whoop. There. So this needs to go over about. There we go. Grass, of course. Okay, road piece 2. Gonna be this block down here. That's road piece 1. There we go. Okay, this will be very silly. Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh, but when I scale it, though, yeah, it's going to scale from there, which is not where I want it to. So I need a Node 2D piece offset, which corresponds to this location right here at 325 and 2 dots. Right around there. Okay, so now these can go in here. And now... No, I have to have 2 of them. Okay, now we've got, I think, scale, good, and then scale this, good. Whew. This is a little bit silly to set up. We better save. Entities, actors, mystery merchant. Mystery merchant. Okay. And then I guess this back piece needs to blob around a bit too, doesn't it? So to do that, we add left piece offset. Put that wherever we want our cut to be. Then we take this piece here. And we say that it is just this much. Just that much. All right, that looks great. Seamless. The magical whimsical tree. Sub viewport. Is this gonna fit in the sub viewport? Almost. There we go. Now we can do some animation. Things are about to get silly. So we need to say manage animations, make unique, delete these, new animation. Here we go, I guess. So first off, these offsets, we want to have their scale locked in for our reset. That would be embarrassing. That would be so embarrassing. Actually, can we get... Can we get scale dot X? No. Can we get, what is it? Scale colon X? Yes. Maybe? Why can't I see the value here? There we go. Okay. That's the way. That is the way to do it. Okay. And then we do this piece offset as well. All right, now make sure they're all inserted. Oh, nope, that one does not work. Does that work? Path is invalid. Dang it. Wait a second. Aha. It's much, much longer than I thought. Face, top, base, right robe, left robe. Piece offset scale X. Is that the one? No. Left robe, left piece offset. There we go. We finally got it. Okay, so that's our offsets there. That's the ones I was the most worried about. We also will probably want... It's very mysterious, this guy. What's his deal? Nose, position, and scale. Lock that in on the reset track. And maybe the entire top. But if we're doing that, we need a better offset, which is doable. What we would do is this, and then move this to the point where we want the offset to be, which is here, and then plop them right back inside. And now we should be able to, resize the whole thing. So I guess let's add a reset track for top scale. There we go. Very mysterious. Is it 3 axolotls in a coat? I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not that. Idle animation, 2 seconds long, let's say. So this is gonna be mostly sitting here and then occasionally doing this. It's very silly. Make it a little bit more pronounced. It's awful. It's almost gross. Eyes, no. Why would they need eyes? That doesn't make any sense. Alligators don't have eyes. So true. So true. This is very silly. Oops. 1.1 and 0.95? 1.05. Cubic, 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 cubic. Alright, that's way too much bobbing. Let's chill that quite a bit. Even that feels like way too much. What? No, it's a merchant. It's some kind of merchant. He's like a guy, yeah. It's like just some kind of guy. I think if we slow this down a bit, then we might be in much better shape. Okay, I like this. I like this. This is silly. This is silly and I like it. Duplicate for talk. Talk animation is going to be much quicker, so we need a lot of this happening in a more punchy way. But we are going to reduce this somewhat. Even this needs to be significantly less. It's mostly going to be the nose. The nose. More like wiggling. Do you guys remember Piggly Wiggly? There's no Piggly Wiggly around here anymore. Called Wiggle. You can't stack pigs. You can't stack pigs on top of each other. That would be ridiculous. Okay, so we'll do that. this happen. Okay, something like this. Oh, that's too much. Slow them down a bit. Space these out. And then also make these kind of wiggle up and down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. He's talking. He's talking, he's talking, he's talking. He's idle. Perfect. Perfect. I think we've got a good character on our hands. Oh no, did I... Oh, I have this root... Oh no, I put the root node to... Okay, I think this is still fixable if I do this. Everything's still good? Everything's still good? Animation canvas. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh no, we broke everything. Okay. Hang on. Okay. We're gonna have to do some out of show in file manager. I'm gonna have to edit this in Notepad temporarily and hope that I get it right. And let's save what we have to get donkey, dog, cat, chicken stacked on top of each other. That sounds like Arby's. All right, so mystery merchant, we're gonna open it up in here. So the problem is this. It shouldn't be animation canvas / sprites. That is wrong. So we're gonna replace that with just this and hope that this works. Replaced 18 occurrences. Okay. That's fine. What we now want to see is the the animation player. Animation player. Okay. Wait, no. Animation player should be tied. Hang on. If I just open up any old pig. Animation player, the root node is what I'm interested in here. Yep. Hi. What? Doesn't look like it. There's still a mystery. But it should be this. Save it, reload it. Okay, is everything good now? I mean, obviously not, but we're getting closer. Okay, animation, node path is sprites. Yeah, well that's good, because the base is animation canvas, so that should be right. Should be right. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're back. We are so back. Because now, what I can do is take the contents here, these two, paste them into the sub viewport. And now redirect our animation player to point to the sub viewport. And voila. Let's move. Move that up. Too high. Okay, apparently sub viewport needs to be a little bit taller. Why are we still having issues with that? Oh, because it lines up to the top. Oh. So no matter what you do, that's going to be the problem. So instead of doing that, I should just move this up. Perfect. Actually, I should move it even further up and move the sprites. All right. Incredible. We got him. Close this. Do not save changes. You better not save changes. Hey, Captain. It's a good mystery merchant. All right, save those changes. Yeah, the community is really going to be guessing a lot on the true identity of what lies beneath. Some say it's just a cloak, an animated cloak and nothing more. All right, I don't know where this guy's gonna go exactly. He's not running this shop. He's running a separate shop somewhere. One that may not need to be immediately accessible. It's probably somewhere you can get to, but you'd have to look for it. Like it's an interior space or around a corner or something. The Bob Shop. Now we still need someone to run the regular shop, and I think the suggestion was let's reskin the fox and make it a raccoon. Where is the fox? Where is the fantastic fox? Here. Fox. It's got eyes, so we will just make a separate version of the head. Oh, and the legs, and the tail. Oh, no, no legs. Arms, tail, head, body. And then we can slap on some different accessories that can apply to either fox or raccoon. Like perhaps a plain shirt so that we can use the self-modulate flag to have multiple different colors. Just give it a texture and then it'll just be a solid color shirt. I did not. Al is absolutely beasts at the minigame because I haven't updated the list of things in a long time. So he's seen it all. He's seen it all. The idea... Well, that's true. The idea was like, okay, here's some things that are related to stuff we are interested in. You know what would be a good category to add? Slay the Spire cards. Or Slay the Spire trinkets. Here, let me see. List of Slay the Spire cards. Here we go. These are terrible. These are terrible. Bash. You can't do a minigame on Bash alone. Okay, but like Perfected Strike. Okay, there's something there. Sword Boomerang. Yeah, that's Googleable. Or that's something you'd have to think about. My favorite video trivia. I'll have to see if this is workable. The idea is you want it to not be immediately obvious just from the number of letters. Or maybe what I should do is randomly, sometimes one category that can come up is just mystery category, where you don't know what the category is, and then you'll really have to think like, is this a game title? Is this an item from a video game? Is this a Zelda dungeon? Is this a Mario enemy? Yeah. See, there's an idea. Right, raccoon. I did not get a lot of sleep last night. My kid was up a lot. All right, raccoon. Okay. Noteworthy feature, striped tail, and the face coloring. It's easy. That would be really funny. I'm sure that something is broken with the secret category, because it should have come up by now. Or maybe the random number generation is not evenly distributed. Because it's got like a 0.1% chance of cropping up. But surely we've done more than 1,000 minigames at this point. With as many minigames as you guys have done, the odds should definitely have been in your favor. Yeah, probably 50-50. That sounds about right. Okay, I need to see the stitched piece in its entirety, so that we make sure that we get the eye location correct here. Perfect. Okay. Right, that's what's going on there. Oh, perfect. So that is... Okay, so I can do a draw over and then move it. So let's just duplicate this layer. Call it raccoon. So kind of grayish. And then the trademark spots around the eyes and a stripe down the middle. Trademark. Patent pending. base color. Kind of a little bit lighter, and then we'll shade into it. Nose is kind of a dark color, right? Yeah, kind of black nose. Nope. This guy. Lighten him up and darken him up in various spots. Let's start with just some overall texturing. Check where the eyes are so we can get a nice stripe. Patches around the eyes going down the cheeks. Little something like that. Needs to be a bit darker. It kind of goes into the stripe in the nose. Let's get these eyes from over here. Duplicate those and just bring them over. Whoop. Right around there. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. What is oh, Dabble World's double. 100 of something? Ah, it's your level. You made that one, Al. How embarrassing. Something like really brighter. I feel like our base color is not quite. Should have a shorter snout, maybe, is the problem. Oops, I've been coloring in the wrong thing. No! What's our issue here? Is it too long of a snout, maybe? Because this looks almost like a wolf. gonna do, we're gonna deal with it like this. We're gonna disable these. And we're gonna try and just see what happens if we change it up a bit. Not final. Eh? Is that better? He looks so, I don't know, like muddy. Wait, there we go. That's probably better. A little bit lighter. Oh wait, that's what we were missing, isn't it? A little bit of lightness. That does look a lot better now. Ears, need dark furriness inside. Okay, I think that'll have to do. We have a raccoon, more or less. It's a little bit off. It's tough to say exactly what it is. Some fuzziness here might help. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe this needs to be a more defined ridge up here. It's supposed to be like center point is like here. Yeah. Actually, maybe just a nice like defined line here would help. Yeah, that does kind of help a bit if I kind of darken this area a bit extra. And then just kind of give a nice solid line here. Nope, nope. That stopped helping. That stopped helping. maybe it'll look better once the eyes are on top. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Tail. Easy. It's just the rings. More rings than that, huh? What's that? Too many rings? You're right. Perfect. Body is just kind of all over fuzzy gray. Look a lot better once we get a shirt on him. And little hands. Perfect. Okay. Let's start here. By grabbing these items. Very close. Tell me, box head, what's your region? 350. And the body? No, that does not leave enough room there. So let's instead go down. Enough or not? Maybe figure out what the tail's outline is. Tail outline, what's the region there? Pretty snug. Okay, maybe this is good. And this is evenly distributed by 100. Not enough, is it? It's gonna be too snug. So go down by an extra 20. Remember, it's some hundreds and 20s. Yes, Snail. That's right. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then the body. Which we have a height of 300 on that. So exactly 300. So the reason we want it to be so exact and memorable is because that's going to make it significantly easier to just copy the fox and just modify the region coordinates and nothing else. A shirt would be nice, wouldn't it? Let's give this guy a shirt. Where are his arms? Where do his arms pop out? Okay. I'm going to use this to summon a shirt. Okay. Summon Greater Shirt. It's basically just going to be the same as his body. Just like a little bit thicker. About like that. Okay. Row selection, and we're gonna fill it with white. This is very intentional. Lighten the whole thing up a bit. There we go. Shirt. Done. Let's stick that. Oops. Lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Looks good. Save it. Let's ping. Re-import the art. Now body. Gets a body. in the form of shirt. Scale moved. Position is 0, 0. Region is add 300 and add. There we go. Shirt. Shirt for Fox. And then magically, shirt can have its self-modulate set so that he can be wearing any color of shirt because his initial shirt was white. And so we can just modify the color there. If it was a non-white color, modulate would work weirdly because it's, I believe, multiplicative. Applies to the canvas item, whatever that is. In this case, a sprite. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can take this fox and we can make a new inherited scene. And we can call this one Raccoon. We're still going to save it in the fox folder because they share the same DNA. Region just needs to be modified a little bit. Jib sheep. Move that down by 300. Head. Head needs to be moved down by a lot, doesn't it? $200. 0, 300 comes about this. 930, 300. Okay. The arms. 200. 100. Up by 300, and that's it. Okay, so that's the arms. Feet are the same. Tail. Again, that should be just bump up by 300. For anyone who uses Godot and did not know, you can just add, you can do an equation in these little boxes here where you insert numbers. So you can just tap in plus 300 off to the side and it'll compute it for you. There he is. I feel like his shoes are a little bit too brightly colored, so we are going to mess with those a bit. Straight up darken those a bit, I guess. Body also feels a little bit bright. I'm just seeing what looks right here. Just now that things are in. All right, that looks much better. He is going to get a shirt. He's a shopkeeper, after all. His feet are huge. He's got big shoes. Everyone in this game has big shoes. The frogs have these shoes. The foxes. There's just a big shoe thing going on. Big clomping feet. Shirt color for our shopkeeper. A lovely muted purple. Yeah, it's just kind of stylistic. Big old exaggerated shoes. I think I'm also going to give him one extra little bit. One extra little something. But for that, we're going to need to make yet another inherited scene. And we're going to call it Raccoon Merchant. Well, what is going on here? Why are you the way you are? How does this even happen? How do you even manage this? No. No, almost. Almost. Yeah. Okay, Raccoon Merchant is going to get an extra little thing under his front arm. From the frog sheet, of all things. This. There we go. And maybe make that a little bit darker to match. Oh yeah, he's a pro. He's a pro, all right. He'll have a different shirt color though than our base one, just to make sure that we can keep him straight. Pink shirt. Impossible. Possible. All right, hub. Whoa. Raccoon Merchant. Do we have NPC? Here we go. Raccoon Merchant. There he is. Wait, why does he keep getting the... Something is amiss. Why is everything else... I know exactly why. I know exactly why. I know why. Don't worry. I figured it out. The animation. For some reason... Okay. There we go. Check your normals. Always check your normals. Do I want him... I don't think I want there to be a behind the shop. That's tarp, purchase zones, static body. All this scoots back. Right up against the wall. And he gets a dialogue zone. Hooray. His actor code is 00 Hub Raccoon Merchant. Then we go to conversations for chapter 0. This can be so easy. Also, we're going to go to chapter 1 so we can get the shop here. Because we have a specific block of code we want to call for shops. How does this work? Need to end it like that. Okay. So this becomes Convo 1, Convo 2, and Convo 3. So if I look in raw text for shopkeep, this is what we get. So we paste a similar setup for the hub. And now we have registered easy. So now we can make him say what we want. So we need one thing for him to say when you first talk to him, one thing for what he says if you say, I want to buy. It's like, we'll do it. And then one thing for him to say when you say, I want to chat. And then he can say something. I don't know. Hi, GQ. GQ, I want you to imagine get into a video game and you come across a mysterious merchant. Skulking about. What do you do when you see this man right here? Does your fight or flight instinct kick in? I don't know what you're talking about, first of all. That wouldn't make any sense. There's only one thing there. And it's obviously not a pig. Pigs are much smaller. Let's see. What does our raccoon merchant say? The normals are never normal. It's unfortunate how many times check your normals actually pans out. It's like, okay, yeah, it was the normals. Stacked pigs. You can't stack a pig. That doesn't make any sense. That's ridiculous. All right, what does the raccoon say if you say, I want to talk? I just want to chat. They programmed in like a 2% chance whenever you save that just one normal will randomly flip. Let's say... What do you think this is? A newsstand? Just high quality goods right here. There we go. There we go. That's it. Now he talks. We made 2 new characters. Only one of them is currently in the scene and not in a finalized location. Oh, look at his little clipboard. Oh, good. He turned into a... okay, hang on. Alright, so his talk animation. We do not need his region rect for the head. That does not need to be edited at all. It was a fox all along! Let's go over there. This doesn't line up anymore, this little icon. It used to line up ages ago. Look at this, it does the thing, I'm way too proud of this that it was, since it was just like an add-on. Now what I love so much about this, and I've mentioned this before, is that if I plug in a controller, look at that. Huh? Huh? If I move the mouse now, and now if I press a button on the controller, I love that. It does the thing. Bah. So good. That is that's an add-on for Godot called what? Controller icons? What was it? Yeah, controller icons. It was easy to set up. It is customizable, and it comes with a bajillion little art assets for several different consoles and controller types. There's a dedicated one for Steam Deck. It's like, how often is that going to come up? And they're decent icons. PS5, PS3. It's like, why do I need this? And then one for like actual keyboard keys as well. Super good. Super good. Would recommend. So you never lose them. All right, let's get a plan. We've got 2 days till the next stream. What's next? we're starting to get a little bit more life into this zone here, and this is just the lower level. We still have the upper level to do, which might be where we put our mystery merchant. Yeah, this area is coming along. Big old empty spot over here, but that we could wall this off. I don't think we're gonna do possums. This guy's just wandering about. GQ wrote the dialogue for this character. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's good writing. Back to hopping he goes. Let's see. That would be hilarious. I'm sure everyone would love that. Okay, what else do we throw in here? Like, the horses are good. This is a good start of just like, all right, here's a little bit of just something in the world, some characters huddled around a thing. That's good. So we want more of that. And we can scoot them a bit. Well, you see, GQ, that is in fact the entire joke. That is the entire reason that these characters exist. So, good, great. No notes. Masterpiece. Okay, let's see here. What other kinds of little... So, this whole little set piece was because someone suggested a cart. And then they're like, okay, cart. Well, that needs horses. All right, great. And then the horses need dialogue. So here's the things that we have to watch out for. Notice that the camera can go right over the cart. This is important. We can't have things that are high up that you can go too far behind, because then the camera will go inside them. Like, if I was able to keep moving backwards here, the camera would be clipping through the chest. And actually, even without the chest, having the character obscured this much is not my favorite. So whatever we add, it can't be like a pole or something going up. It needs to be kind of low, like a cart. So we'll come up with some good ideas. The horse twins. Change to an FPS. Now we're talking. No one would suspect it. Solves so much. Let's see here. 1000-Year Door, Rogueport, Center Square just has like, I don't know, some random fences that get close to the edges, like the walkways at the end. A lot of just backdrop piece. But the area itself is mostly nothing. Let's pull up NoClip. Take a look. It always comes back to this, doesn't it? Let's just look at the main square. So there's like a wandering merchant that occasionally shows up over here. And there's like two characters that wander around over here. And maybe some other characters wandering. But look at this. This is mostly just nothing. It really is built for you to be like right around, like just surfing right here. And that's it. Just left and right. Forward and backwards really isn't a thing. A message board, a notice board. Now this notice board is particularly interesting in Thousand Year Door because it changes text for every single chapter in the game, and the back also has text on it that also changes every part of the game. Cooking zone. We need to implement cooking in this game, and I want to come up with something a little bit clever, but not for the sake of being clever. I know better than that. Okay. An inn is not a bad idea either. Bad shop. Maybe. And some of these can be on the upper area that we make, because we're gonna have, it's not just this lower area, we've also got this upper area that we have lots of room to work with. We're gonna run into a similar issue. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous, but feel free to ask any questions or anything. I'm happy to answer. Yeah, this area up here could be where we put the inn and the main module shop. Floor material, yeah, I think we'll throw some decals down. That's not a bad idea, Al. Yeah, it's not going to be cobblestone, of course, because it's meant to be kind of this, grungy industrial zone. I think maybe some puddles would be good. Yeah, whatever they have here. Okay, so shop 1 here. Where are you going to be hanging out mostly? Is it this zone or is it the upper zone? Because this is what leads down into the depths. But I guess this could be, let's see. So we could have like a bridge here and a bridge over here. Or it could just be that this serves as the main city center of sorts, like right down here. But to make this kind of the main city center, we need to have a good bit of crossroads going on. Like there needs to be more places to go than just, well, the places you can go from here are you can leave. Like down here is one idea that can actually lead to an outside area. Well, normally. Because we can put a little bit of an outside zone here. This can be most of the shops and the inn, and then that leaves like this back area for just like, I don't know, side quest zone. Like a bunch of NPC houses that you can explore, but ultimately don't have much function outside of, well, you'll occasionally need them for a side quest. It could be that this opens up, like this could be the Bob shop. Or this could be, I don't know, like a partner upgrade zone. Which is mostly going to be, so I think partner upgrade is mostly going to be that you're setting up your partner teamwork moves that you'll occasionally unlock. And so you won't really need that until after you get into Chapter 2. So it doesn't even make sense for it to be accessible in Chapter 1. And this upper zone up here is supposedly not going to be accessible until you're ready to get into Chapter 2. So that buys us a little bit of stuff we can do with this area. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just need more little characters running around. We have the frogs. The frogs are already drawn. We now have some foxes we can throw around, some raccoons. Who's to say why not throw in another horse? Did Frogtown have anyone except for... Frogtown was all frogs. So it does kind of sound like we will need to make another animal or two, perhaps. Just so we can have more variety of characters hanging around here. We're not going to pull a recent Paper Mario and have everyone be a toad. That does not work out. That does not bring joy. All right. But Hub is coming along. It's getting there. Let's see here. Can we do a raid? Oh, heck yeah. Imp's doing more of his survivor's like. Let's get a raid going, because I'm gonna need to get to bed soon. I am pretty tired after last night. There we go. Guys, we did it. We made 2. I guess we made 1 from scratch character, and we kind of copied out from the fox. Now the thing is, the fox already has animations for jumping and walking. So if we get a similar proportion character, like we don't have to do a color over like we did with the raccoon. We can do a full draw over and just keep the same general animations and stuff. That would be very nice. We'll do more of that on Friday. Friday's coming up. I'm going to be out of town first week of June. So there will be no streams for some of the days there. So watch out for that. That's going to really push back our estimate on Paper Robot release date. So, all right, everyone, thank you again for hanging out. Surprise! Have a good night. I'll see you over at Imp's stream. Bye.